just for fun. Look at that, I actually remembered. And that's, I'm going to mute everybody. And I mute because I care. So today, sometimes there's a theme, whatever. The theme was me looking at our song list and thinking, what are a couple of songs that I like to play that we never play because there's too many chords. And so these are two fun songs. They aren't necessarily your favorite two. Well, there's three songs actually, but they aren't necessarily your favorites, but hopefully there will be something in here that you can. The whole idea behind these sessions is it's not your favorite song, but is there something that we do strum wise or chord change wise or whatever that you can transfer to other songs that you do really love and that you like to play a lot, and you think, I could do that with that song. First song up is The Wonders. Let me see if I can do a speaker view, share the screen. So That Thing You Do was a movie in either 98 or 99 that Tom Hanks conceived of. And it was designed to be back when there were all these one-hit wonders in the early 60s and all these pop songs, and these groups from anywhere in the United States would just pop up, Texas or Pennsylvania or California or wherever. And so it was about a mythical group called The Wonders, and they had a big hit called That Thing You Do. It was Tom Hanks and Liv Tyler and some other players. Jeff somebody. Anyway, super catchy tune that this entire, 90-minute movie got built around. So I love the song, so that's all there is to that. The beginning, so the intro looks complicated. It's not too complicated. There's basically two parts. One is the drummer comes on and he goes tap, 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 tap. Except he's either got his drumsticks and he's going ch, 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 or he's got his snare drum and he's going boom, 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 boom. But we've got our ukulele, so we're just going tap, 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 tap. Just for just one little percussive moment. And we're putting our index finger on that first string third fret instead of our ring finger, which you'll realize in a moment why we're doing that. So we're playing a C. We're forming a C. We're not playing a C. And so we go tap, 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 tap. And then we do first string, second string, third string, fourth string, while holding that C note down. I'm going to bring in the Skycam, the OUJ Skycam. There we go. So I'm just holding that first string, third fret, and I am just taking my index finger and going 1, 2, 3, 4, or A, E, C, G. And the reason we're holding our index finger on that spot is we're going to form an E minor type form, but it's not the E minor starting on the second fret. It's the E minor starting on the third fret, which is called, what is that called? F minor 9. And we're going to do this really cool, pretty strum like that. But that's after the 1, 2, 3, 4 strum. So your middle and your ring fingers are off. They're hovering, but they're off. I've removed them so you can see what I'm doing. And then they drop down. So if I normally played this without removing them, I just have them hovering right over that second string and third string, so I could just drop them into place and strum. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, strum. 1, 2, 3, 4, strum. Does that make sense? Who has questions? Hearing no questions from the floor. So it's two parts. The first part is tap, 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 while your index finger is in place. And then 1, 2, let me see. We do that twice. Yeah. Tap, 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 tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, strum. 1, 2, 3, 4, strum. And then you're right into the song. So this is, of course, a performance piece where I'm trying to match what they do in the original song. There's no reason why you have to do that. The song is fun to sing. I'm going to get off of this so you can see me talking. Let me do that. So, you know, you're playing this at home, you like to sing it, it's kind of a catchy tune. You don't need to do that intro. You can fool around with it if you want to. But you could go like into the second section there. Well, I try and try to forget you, girl. It's just so hard to do. Every time you do the thing you do. So that, you know, that could be your intro. And then you go right into the C. You doing that thing you do. So, you know, you don't have to fuss with the intro that's there. You can always pick out a part of a verse, like the ending to a verse or the ending to a chorus, and just use that as your intro. But, so first verse, C, and then all of a sudden you got 4 beats of C, and then all of a sudden you've got 2 beats, 2 beats. So a chord and a dot is 2 beats, a chord and 3 dots is 4 beats. So you've got you. And I do down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. And it repeats down, down, up, down. A minor is 4 beats. D is 4 beats. D minor. And then we've got F minor. And so here's your opportunity to either play C sus4, where you can forget about that top string on the first fret and just play your index finger, your C note, and then your index finger on that first fret second string. Or you can reconfigure. You can either throw your thumb over the top. You know, it's only for 2 beats, the F minor, in this case. In the chorus, it's for 4 beats. You may want to think about that. But for 2 beats, for my money, I would just play my D minor. And your index finger is already in the right place. I would just throw my ring finger out to where I play my C. So it'd be D minor, like you always do. Like you always do. For my money, that's what I do. But it's 2 beats of F minor, 2 beats of G, or 2 beats of C sus4 if you want to do it the way I just kind of described doing it. G, C, repeats with 2 beats, 2 beats, C, F, and G, A minor, and D. And now instead of going to D minor, it goes to B flat. And I have pictured B flat and G minor 7 because either one is just fine. So let's play that first section. Let's do the intro and then that first verse. Let's try that. 1, nice and slow. 1, tap, 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 that pace. 1, 2, 3, 4, tap, 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 tap. Fingers down. Oops, fingers not down. That's crazy, Bob. Sorry. Fingers up. Fingers down for the strum. and to the C. You, two beats, do, breaking my heart into a million pieces, like you always do. You don't mean to be cruel, you never even knew about the heartache I've been going through. Okay, not too bad. Everybody all right? I've been going through. And then you roll right into the chorus, A minor, D, and then two beats, C, C7, F. And again, you've got a choice here of whether you want to reconfigure for F minor or play that C sus4. Now the other thing is, we introduced F minor 9 in the intro. If you find that's an easier chord to play, F minor 9 is a nice option to F minor. So let's say, let's start it Will I Try. Try and try to forget you, girl, but it's just so hard to do. F minor 9. Every time you do that thing you do. So that's an option. F minor 9 is an option for you to try. Sometimes it doesn't work quite as well. It works great in with Baby Peter Frampton, Baby I Love Your Way. We use it to great effect there. And it works okay here, I think. You get to the end of the chorus, and that G is, so that second line is, every time you do that thing you do. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Let's try that again. C, every time. Every time you do that thing you do. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I know. So the second verse should be the same as the first. Let's take a look. All the games you play, gonna find a way to let you know that you'll be mine someday. Yeah, it's all the same, because we could be, yeah, it's all the same all the way through. So once you get the first verse, you got the second verse, you got the chorus. The next second chorus is the exact same, except when you get to the end, instead of a G, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, it is a C7, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, so let's try that chorus. Let's try the first chorus. Well, I try and try to forget you, girl. It's just so hard to do. Every time you do, thing you do, down, up, down, up, down. And then that second chorus, let's try that. 1, 2, 3. Well, I try and try, forget you, girl. It's just so hard to do. Every time you do that thing you do. And then this interlude, I don't ask a lot, girl. The chords are fine. I know one thing's for sure. It's a love I haven't got, girl, and I just can't take it. Then you hit, so A flat is your G, just move down 1 fret, right? So G, and then 2 frets would be A, kind of. So just 1 fret down is G flat, A flat. any, back to G, moll, and that down, up, down, up, down, up, down again. So let's try that. It's the love I haven't got, girl. What is that, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines from the bottom? And it starts with a D. 1, 2, 3. It's the love haven't got, girl. I just can't take it anymore. So to get the 2 beats on A flat, I do it down, up, anymore. If that makes sense. Let's do that section F, starting with the F. And I don't ask a lot, girl. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't ask a lot, girl, but I know one thing's for sure. It's a love I haven't got, girl, and I just can't take it anymore. Then you got a nice little interlude, which is great and simple, reasonably, because you've done it all before, until you get to the F minor at the end, and then you got to figure out what you... Yes, yes, yes.
Quick question. After the A flat, which is down up rather than 2 downstrokes, you said.
That's correct.
There's no, the G is down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Yeah.
That's the G. There's no strumming before the down, up on the G. That's what it is, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, thank you.
I think my point in kind of shading the down, up, down structure is I didn't really have, at the time that I did this, I didn't have a great way of communicating that with dots. And I didn't want you to just stop on a G, so I didn't want to put a slash there. So I think that's why I did it that way. And I thought I would always have to explain it. I thought, okay, nobody's ever going to play this song unless I trot it out. And so I will be there to explain it. So you won't be stuck at home just staring at this, wondering exactly how all that works. So now you've got me here explaining it, and so it all played out that way. Yeah. Okay, then we got the instrumental interlude. Then we've got the next verse. And then that last shaded area is the same as the chorus, except now instead of "Will I try to forget you, girl," it says "'cause it hurts me so just to see you go," but it's the same chord progression. So let's see, "'cause it hurts me so to see you go around with someone new. And if I know you're doing that thing every day, just doing that thing. I can't take you doing that thing you do." It's got a nice little jazz kind of ending with that C major 7. So it's just 4 beats of C. And then just switching your finger, either sliding it to the 1st string 2nd fret or putting down your middle finger with a single strum. So that's kind of fun. With your back and forth on C and F minor, is I leave my C finger, my ring finger planted, put my index down, bring it back off, put it back down. No need to reconfigure there. That's fairly straightforward. And there's something else that there was a C to C7 move. Yeah, let's see. At the end of the chorus, that second chorus in the middle of the page where you end with a C7, I've got C every time, F minor or C sus4, do that thing you do. And I've just lifted again my index off because I'm going to put it right down on the C7. And you could actually put it down there early because you're playing your C. And it doesn't matter if your index finger is already planted on C7 because your ring finger on the first string on the 3rd fret is blocking it. And then you're just lifting your fingers off to reveal the C7. So that's kind of a shortcut, quickie, no big deal. We're going to do a playthrough after we take questions. The Wonders. See if I can do the intro without screwing up this time. Let's try that. Plant that index finger on that first string 3rd fret. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap, tap, tap. You doing that thing you do, breaking my heart into a million pieces, like you always do. And you don't mean to be cruel. You never even knew about the heartache I've been going through. Well, I try and try to forget you, girl, but it's just so hard to do. Every time you do that thing you do, I know all the games you've played, and I'm gonna find a way to let you know that you'll be mine someday. 'Cause we could be happy, can't you see? If you'd only let me be the one to hold you and keep you here with me. Well, I try and try to forget you, girl, but it's just so hard to do. Every time you do that thing you do, I don't ask a lot, girl, but I know one thing's for sure. It's a love I haven't got, girl, and I just can't take it anymore. If you'd only let me be the one to hold you and keep you here with me. 'Cause it hurts me so just to see you go around with someone new. And if I know you're doing that thing, every day you're doing that thing, I can't take you doing that thing you do. The Wonders. Woo! That's the Wonders' greatest hits, by the way. Greatest hit. That's the Wonders' greatest hit. Everybody doing okay out there? All good? Kathy Danny, what's happening?
The Women's March. I think I'm in the Chronicle with my sign.
Is that right?
Think outside my box.
Nice. Send us a picture, would you?
Okay.
Did Jim take a picture?
No, Jim didn't go.
What's with that? He's got a pink hat.
I know.
All right. Okay.
That's all right.
Good to see you.
All right, thanks.
Let's do another song just for kicks. Just for kicks. We interrupted that for a Kathy Dana sighting. So I'm going to do, so, when you go out of speaker mode and then back in, then then you gotta futz with the pictures and stuff. I'll bet there's a thing that says lock picture size or something, but I'll be darned if I know what it is or where it is. Candyman, made famous by Sammy Davis Jr. In my world, of course, Susan Wilms emailed me and said, Candyman, is that the Roy Orbison song? And he does a Candyman that's a 12-bar blues, which is really good, and you will probably see someday soon. Maki's going nuts for some reason. That's our dog, if you can hear him. But no, not Roy Orbison, Sammy Davis Jr. And it may be from Willy Wonka, I forget. But his version is the one that hit AM radio when I listened to AM radio every single day. Every day, all day, over and over and over again. And if you got on the playlist, then I heard your top 40 song probably 3,000 times. So Candyman is stuck in my head somewhere. So this is so cool. 47 chords. We got sus chords. We got major sevens. We got minor sevens. We got a G flat diminished. We got a B7 that we rarely play. This is just fabulous. So the idea behind bracketed chords is that, and the only way we've ever been able to really explain this well is because we do these sessions and we're sitting in our living room and we just are chatting about bracketed chords. So here's the bracketed chord chat. It's just showing you that there's two chords that are going to share 4 beats. And it's your choice about whether you want to do them as 1 rest, 2 rest, and that's the 4 beats. Down, down, up, and that's the 4 beats. Or whether you want to put them together with 1 strum. Down, down, switch. Down, down, up, down. And we're always switching on the up. So when you look at the intro, we've always played that as down, down, up, down. And we're putting our index finger down for that C sus4 on the up. But there's no reason why you can't do down, down, up, down, up. The whole reason of combining a chord, in most cases, is to make the melodic movement or the sound that you're strumming more interesting than just C, 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 C. And so it's your choice or mine whether this is more interesting than or arguably every one of those was 4 beats. So the way I'm going to play it is I will have a strum pattern like down, down, up, down, and I'll be switching to the second chord in the bracketed set on that up, down, down, switch, on the up, down, down, switch, down, down, switch. But you don't need to do that. You can do it any way you want to. So the first 3 brackets are C, C sus4. And the idea on the fourth bracket is that you would stop on the up. That slash is trying to tell you to stop. Just do a single strum there. And then, so you've got all these different bracketed chords. You've got C, C sus4, which we've just done. You've got C, A minor. Just jumping up to the A minor. Or as I've been saying, you could play it down, down, up. And you'll see, and I'll demonstrate in a minute, or you could skip the second chord. In almost every case in these bracketed sets, you could just play the first chord for 4 beats and forget the second chord, and it'll sound just beautiful. D minor, G7. G minor 7, C7. Is that the trickiest one? That may be the trickiest one. And then F/A is really, you're adding your pinky for a C note. So I don't know why it says F/A. Because the one chord chart that seemed to illustrate it, that's what the chord chart's name was, or the chord diagram's name was. But I think it's really F/C. So when you see that F/A, I want you to put your pinky down on the A string where you would play your C. Here's an interesting one, E minor 7, A minor. All on that second fret. D minor 7, that's really one where we're going to think hard about just playing D minor and forgetting the 7, but you're already playing D minor, why not add your pinky? And we finally, after all that, get to a chord that we know and love that we play for 4 beats, G7. Start over again. C, A minor, D7, any D7 you want. If you want to do an island D7, 2020, you're welcome to do that. D minor, G7. So let's just go real slow through that first verse. We'll do the intro, what the heck, and then we'll go real slow through that first verse. Unless there's questions about, it's called jump strumming in some circles, where you're jumping to another chord in the middle of a strum. Any questions about jump strumming? Play the Jeopardy theme song. Okay, we're good. 1, 2, 3, intro. Who can take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it in chocolate and a miracle or two? Candyman, the Candyman can, the Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love, makes the world taste good. And there's that stop on the C sus4 like we did in the intro. So let's say you're sitting there thinking, too complicated, like the song a lot, never going to play this version, do not like this version a lot. What happens if you only play the first chord of each bracketed set? 1, 2, 3, 4. Who can take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it in chocolate and a miracle or two? The Candyman, the Candyman can, the Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love, makes the world taste good. So I dropped off all the second. You know, I would argue that the G minor 7 C7, the G minor 7 transitioning from that first line to the F on the second line doesn't quite sound right. So I think that C7 there is for a reason. And so you might sub in the C7 for 4 beats there. You would do a sprinkle it with dew, covered in chocolate and a miracle or two. Not sure about that either, but that's probably my singing. So, as I was saying, drop off the second half and play it that way. And then work on the jump strumming over time until you get confident with it. But it does, you know, the extra chords and the chord movement and the transitions really do add a lot to the song. So they're worth working on if you like the song and if you like the sound of it. So who can take a rainbow? I think that whole thing is exactly the same as the previous verse. Yeah, so second verse the same. So the interlude, dead center, F/A, which we remember from an extraordinary explanation, means add your pinky where you would play your C. Now, and then, if you have done that, if your pinky is there, the next chord is G flat diminished. All you have to do is layer your G right over your pinky. Let's go to the overhead cam for that, just for fun. This is humans. Since I'm human and I can do it, that means humans can do this. So you're playing an F. Candyman makes. I was supposed to add a C. Candyman makes. There, I added my C. And then your G flat, my pinky stays right where it's supposed to be, and I layer a G form right over the top of it. Everything he bakes. Let's try that. F, add a C, add a G on top. Not a GG, but a G form. Let's try that again. F, add a C, add a G on top. Now let's try F, add a C with the strum. Let's try that again. That's pretty. Now let's go from that strum to that G on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we did it! What happens next? E minor 7. You could just slide 2 fingers over. That would be slick, but you'll probably want to reconfigure. And then you're to A minor 7, all fingers off, so everything gets better there. So let's try that again. F, 1, 2, 3, 4. Add a C, layer a G. Now B7, of course, you got 3 choices. You've got that G that you just layered right above where you would normally play your G. That's 1 B7, not with the pinky, but just your G form. What is that? 2, 3, 2 open. You can play it like an E minor form right above where you would play your E minor. Same notes. You can, of course, bar and put an extra finger in there. Bar the 2nd fret and put your middle finger up there on the 3rd string, 1st fret. But I like, because you're playing A minor 7, I like to have my 3 fingers hovering in a pseudo G form and just drop them right in at the appropriate moment. So it's A minor 7. Talk about your childhood. Drop 2 fingers down for E minor 7. Wishes. You could even, oops, that's a single strum. You could even eat the dishes. So that's G7 and then G7 sus. So you're just either adding a pinky or you're pushing out your ring finger. We're really going to play it 4 times, and I'll show you that in a minute. But let's go through that interlude, because that's, of course, the trickiest part with that G flat diminished. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Candyman makes everything he bakes satisfying and delicious. Talk about your childhood wishes. You can even eat the dishes. Now, why would we play that 4 times? Well, because if you ad-lib something like this, you can even eat the dishes. The dishes. The dishes. So that's why you would do it 4 times. If you had a call and a response kind of a thing going on. It's not written in there. That's why we call it ad-lib. Who can take tomorrow? That's the same as the previous verses. The interlude is the interlude that we just played, so we played a second time. And then we do Who Can Take Tomorrow again. And then we go out. Let's see, how tricky is that going out? Any questions about the interlude? That is the hardest part of this song. You all are so good. Let me see, last section. Who can take tomorrow? Dip it in a dream. Separate the sorrow, collect up all the cream. Candyman. The Candyman can. The Candyman can. 'Cause he mixes it with love. Makes the world taste good. The Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love. Makes the world taste good. So just like in the intro, we're going to play that C sus4 3 times on the outro. Because the world tastes good. That's 1, 2, 3, and then stop with a C. That's why that X3 is there. Play that 3 times. I couldn't fit in 3 sets of those without doing a carriage return and making it look all funky. So I chose the X3 factor. Let's do this. Let's do this.
I don't see the X3.
What? It's down here at the last line.
Oh, not on the printout. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I changed it. I changed it this morning.
Gotcha. Okay.
The printout in the last section on the second line, separate the sorrow and collect up all the cream, has a D minor 7 on collect,
Yes.
and that's supposed to be E minor 7.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to match the section above, and I don't know what happened, but there's a D minor set. So I changed all that this morning.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And as I was playing it, it just ended too abruptly, and so I was compelled to add those C sus4s at the end. You're so good for printing out.
I write notes.
That's outstanding. That is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, what was I going to do here? I know I was going to change back to regular camera, and we'll do a playthrough. Any other questions? Candyman. I can't remember when we played this before. We have done it, but I think it's been a couple years. Definitely during the COVID wars. It may have been when the blue coats charged against the purple coats. I could be confused. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Who can take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it in chocolate and a miracle or two? The Candyman. The Candyman can. The Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love, makes the world taste good. Who can take a rainbow, wrap it in a sigh, soak it in the sun, make a strawberry lemon pie? The Candyman. The Candyman can. The Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love, makes the world taste good. The Candyman makes everything he bakes satisfying and delicious. Talk about your childhood wishes. You can even eat the dishes. The dishes. The dishes. Who can take tomorrow, dip it in a dream, separate the sorrow, collect up all the cream? Candyman. The Candyman can. Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love, makes the world taste good. Candyman makes everything he bakes satisfying and delicious. Now you talk about your childhood wishes. You can even eat the dishes. The dishes, we covered that. Who can take tomorrow, dip it in a dream, separate the sorrow, collect up all the cream? Candyman. The Candyman can. Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love, makes the world taste good. The Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love, makes the world taste good. Oh, Candyman. What the heck? What the heck? One of my all-time favorites. I hope it's one of yours. Work on it, work on it. Gotta work on it. Okay. Let's, hey, we're not doing too bad on time. So Ricky Nelson. I didn't write any of this down because his Wikipedia page is so interesting that it's like there's too much to write and too much to share. So I'll just say, look up Ricky Nelson on Wikipedia and just be amazed. But I will share a little bit. He was not with Bub and Fred McMurray on My Three Sons. He was on the Ozzie and Harriet show, and it was originally, so he's Ozzie and Harriet's son. They were Ozzie and Harriet Nelson, and he's Ricky Nelson. His name was Eric Archibald Nelson or something like that. But anyway, known as Ricky Nelson. And their original show was a radio show, and it was the adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. They probably had to compete with the Adventures of Sky King or The Adventures of the Shadow or whatever. So it had to sound cooler because it was on the radio. And it became what I knew as the Ozzie and Harriet Show. But he was maybe 57. He released I'm Walking. That was his first release, which we've played here. And then his first #1 hit was, I think, Poor Little Fool. And just had a ton of hits. And he was the person who the phrase teen idol was invented for. That was the first time it was used that anybody can track where it was used. That was for Ricky Nelson. So, and he died, unfortunately, in a plane crash, just like John Denver in 75, I think. Let me think that through. 1985. 1985. So there you go. But this song is all about, he's doing a comeback and he was kind of playing country rock, and he agreed to do a reunion show at Madison Square Garden. And so some of the lyrics about Yoko, being that Yoko was there, the walrus that's in here was John Lennon. Mr. Hughes hid in Dylan's shoes. That was one of his, one of the people who lived in his building in New York was George Harrison. So that's a reference to George Harrison, who liked to sneak out in disguise. So it's kind of all of that is mixed in here. But he came out in 70s country rock garb with hair down to his shoulders, not as the slick back teen idol Ricky Nelson that people remembered him as. And so he got the sense that people weren't listening to his music, even though he was playing the old hits. And then either, there's some controversy here, either he was being booed, or there is some thought that the police and the security were being booed for something that was happening off stage. And anyway, he took it personally, and they walked off, and that was just about the last that anybody heard of Ricky Nelson until he wrote this song to capture that whole mishmash. And and then this was his last top 10 hit. I think it made it to #6 or #8 in the top 10 in the U.S. And so he had a little bit of a comeback, and then his record label got sold. The company got sold, and the new company didn't push or really market his songs at all, and so he faded into the background. And that's the name of that tune. Did star along with John Wayne in Rio Bravo. So there. That's all the Ricky Nelson trivia for today. 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats. There's a lot of 2 beats there. And then all of a sudden you start with the first verse. And you got 4 beats, 4 beats, 4 beats, and my dot drops off on that first line, but that's 4 beats of F. Probably the trickiest part of the song is you got to do the first line with the 1 and then drop down to the 1. Go back up to the 2 and then the 2 and then do a chorus. Then do 3 and 3, 4 and 4 and go back to the chorus. 5 and 5, 6 and 6, go back to the chorus. 7 and 7, 8 and 8, and then there's no big word that says chorus because the last section is the last chorus. So you just drop down after 7 and 8. Okay? Okay. No tricky chords. E minor 7. That might throw you for a moment. You might think E minor, but it's not. It's E minor 7. Open 2, open 2. Everything else we played today. We'll do it nice and slow. 1. Oh, yeah. On the 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, I might do that as jump strum. You can do down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. But I might do it as a jump. choose your own adventure on that interpretation. 1, 2, 3, 4. I went to a garden party to reminisce with my old friends. A chance to share old memories and to play our songs again. When I got to the garden party, they all knew my name, but no one recognized me. I didn't look the same, but it's alright now. I learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. La da da da, la da da da. People came from miles around, everyone was there. Yoko brought her walrus, that was John. There was magic in the air. And over in the corner, much to my surprise, Mr. Hughes hidden Dylan's shoes, that was George wearing his disguise. But it's alright now. I learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. La da da da, la da da da. I played them all the old songs. I thought that's why they came. I said hello to Mary Lou. Woo, woo. Oh, you know, I practiced this about 47 times. This is the first time I've done that. Let's do number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I played them all, the old songs. I thought that's why they came. No one heard the music. We didn't look the same. I said hello to Mary Lou. She belongs to me. When I sang a song about a honky-tonk, it was time to leave, but it's alright now. I learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. La da da da, la da da da. Someone opened up a closet door. Out stepped Johnny B. Good, playing guitar like a ringing a bell, looking like you should. If you gotta play at garden parties, I wish you a lot of luck. But if memories were all I sang, I'd rather drive a truck. But it's alright now. I learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, and it's alright now. I learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. Oh,
Oh, I want that.
oh my goodness. It's good to make mistakes. That's how you get better. If you never made mistakes, you would never get better. How's everybody doing? Good, good, good. Have a great day out there. Great to have you here for an hour and 7.
Thanks, Bob.
You are so welcome.
Thank
Worked
you for
hard,
that.
learned a lot, got good practice. Thank you very much.
Excellent, excellent. Thanks for being here, Jane. Good to see you, Judy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Amy Jo.
I
See
really
you
love
soon.
the background trivia too.
Yeah. Oh, it's fabulous. Fabulous biography. Well worth the 3 minutes it would take to read it.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank
So
you, Bob.
welcome.
Bye, all.
Bye, fellow Zoomers. Have a good week.
Great to have you with us, Pat.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. Bye, Kathy.
Bye.
You guys working on a song for this month?
Well, yeah, we're actually, what you did Tuesday actually helped me because I got to sing with Jesse Cullen Young. I mean, me and however many few thousand people at the Hardly Strictly, we sang Get Together. And your version of it does all those F-add 9s and
Yeah.
the things we were learning. So that's what I want to do because we just did it. And
Oh,
besides,
that'd be great. Well, let me know.
leading up to the election, I think we need that.
Yeah, let me know. I will. I put it here, but if you send me a note, then it will really happen.
Well, I think it will. I think. Well, it was. I mean, we have it. We've already been practicing it. So.
Oh, great. Very good.
Good. All right, I'm off to Alameda's first Pride.
Wow. Good for you.
So, and then a
Sure.
powwow in Berkeley.
Shows wave your flags high.
All right, I will.
Okay. Take care.
Thanks. You too.
Bye, Zoomers.